guys, Will here with W.T.F car reviews, and today we're going to be reviewing this all-new 2023 Genesis GV80.
And huge thanks to Gettle Genesis in Sarasota, Florida for making this review possible. I'll leave links to their inventory below, and if you're looking for a new premium vehicle in the Sarasota area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out.
And for those of you guys who don't know, the GV80 has been Genesis mid-size luxury crossover since 2021, available in 3 different trim levels, starting with a 2.5-liter turbo at $55,500. That motor can make 300 horsepower, 311 pound-feet of torque. All GV80s come standard with all-wheel drive, same with all of the Genesis SUVs. Well, they only have the GV70 and GV80. Both of them come standard with all-wheel drive. You can upgrade for about $7,000 to the 3.5-liter twin turbo engine at $62,700, 375 horsepower, 391 pound-feet of torque. The top-of-the-line trim that you see here is a 3.5-liter twin turbo advanced. The 3.5-liter twin turbo comes standard with forward collision assist, lane follow assist, lane keeping assist, blind spot warning, rear cross traffic alert, and smart cruise control with stop and go and highway driving assist. We get 8-speed automatic transmission and an electronically controlled suspension, standard 20-inch rims, panoramic sunroof, and power hands-free smart liftgate with auto open. The puddle lamps are standard, leatherette seating surfaces are standard. We get wood trim all throughout this interior and a leatherette wrap under instrument panel. So the entire interior is leatherette wrapped for the standard GV80 3.5-liter twin turbo. The advanced package, which runs you an additional $6,200, includes real genuine leather seating surfaces, surround view monitor, which is a 360, and a blind spot view monitor, so when you use your turn signals, you can see everything in your blind spot on your digital instrument display. We get remote smart parking assist, parking collision avoidance assist, and a Lexicon premium audio system with a heads-up display, 3-zone climate, heated second-row seats with power cushion extension, bolsters, and the Ergo Motion seat for the driver. Options, not too many, about $300 in total options after an $1,100 destination charge. Total price is sitting a tick under $71,000. What do we get for that money? Let's jump right in. So up front, you notice your full LED headlights for the high and low beam, LED daytime running strip. Pretty nice grille, very massive. It's not a smoked chrome design, but it's not too shiny either. Kind of gives you an aluminum theme to it. Front-facing camera, Genesis badge right up top. This paint color runs you an additional $575. I'll leave a link right here, show you what this paint color really is. Radar cruise control with stop and go, full front parking sensors. We get functional air ducts in both corners. Hopefully I can pick up that airflow for you guys. But other than that, we can take a quick look at this wheel and tire setup. Again, the GV80 comes standard with these 20-inch rims wrapped in 265/50 R20 Michelin Primacy Tour all-season tires. The rims look pretty basic with the 5-spoke alloys, but they do have that slot in the center which differentiates it a little bit. 4-piston Genesis Brembo style brake caliper too. Side sensor should help with the 360. No plastic cladding anywhere. I'm liking those reflectors on the sides. Some smoked chrome for the lower trim. Smoked aluminized trim for the window trim. Blacked out B-pillars and C-pillars. Aluminum looking roof rails too. Blacked out body color mirrors with the blind spot assistant camera. The glass fills up the entire frame. We get blind spot monitoring on the glass. The Genesis sticker with the Genesis emblem on it too. Smart access for the driver and the front passenger, nothing out rear. The rear wheel and tire setup, same thing. We get a Genesis brake caliper and the exact same dimensions as up front. The gas cap's pushed open, no easy fill, and premium fuel recommended for this 3.5-liter twin turbo. LED for the taillights, the turn signals too, and the reverse lights are right in the center outside of your exhaust tips. Shout out Gettle Genesis of Sarasota for making this review possible. GV80 4-wheel drive 3.5T and Genesis in the center. But speaking of the exhaust tips, let's fire up this 3.5-liter twin turbo and hear how she sounds. All right, guys, that was the sound of the 3.5-liter twin turbo V6 sold by Genesis for the 2023 GV80 Advanced all-wheel drive, and it sounds pretty decent for what it is, making 375 horsepower, 391 pound-feet of torque, enough to get this 4,453-pound SUV to 60 in under 5 seconds. Motor Trend got this vehicle, or Car and Driver got this vehicle at 4.9, which is very impressive. But what you see is basically what you get. Thumbs up for the strut tower braces. Should really help when it comes to handling. We can shut this hood right up. Again, it feels very light. All the Genesis hoods feel extremely light, even for vehicles that are weighing in over 4,000 pounds. But one more look at the front end styling. Loving those updated daytime running lights. As far as the interior, we can check it out. Again, it's the top of the line GV80 Advanced Plus. So up top, stitched leather material, wood trim beneath, aluminum door handle, 2-person memory seats, 3 Lexicon speakers on your door panel, stitching for the center portion, super soft for the armrest. The bottom portion is also a soft touch. You can fit a foot long and a 20-ounce right next to it. Stepping inside, Genesis nameplate. The seats are beautiful. These are the Ergo Motion seats, as you see right up top. The bolstering is solid, heated and ventilated. We got the perforated leather in the center for the bottom portion too. Adjustable thigh support, adjustable bolsters, massage seats. You can recline, drop, lift, and slide. So very adjustable seats. Stepping inside, we can check out this interior in general, and very quiet. So the Genesis vehicles have the active sound deadening technology. We can turn this air down by a couple so you guys can hear a little better as soon as we figure out where the vent controls are. They are right over there. So first thing we notice is the steering wheel. Very thick, solid Genesis steering wheel, good 10 and 2 bolstering notch, 9 and 3 feels great. They don't have a whole lot of spokes, just the center spoke really to separate the bottom and top portion, but I like it. You can grab really anywhere on the steering wheel if you want to drive reckless with your arm on your lap. Very accommodating to do so. Aluminum paddle shifters, massive Genesis horn area. The horn itself, pretty aggressive sounding horn. People should definitely be getting out of your way. Voice commands, volume adjustments, mode, skip your songs. This adjusts your infotainment dial, active steering with the lane keep assist, and your radar cruise control with stop and go. The gauge display, very similar to the G70 that we just reviewed in this channel. We got the speedometer on the left, which goes to 160, fuel tank beneath. We have a tack on the right side. Let's try to eliminate this screen. All right, so we got rid of the screen and we're in sport mode right now. Look at that. So the gauge display has like a flame surrounding your stock. That is really cool. Goes to about 6,300 RPM, and as you adjust the drive modes with this selector right here, so we're now in comfort, it changes it up, no longer makes it look all that cool. Eco, snow, eco changes it up quite a bit as well, but my personal favorite is sport. We'll start the review off in sport, transition into comfort, just see what the differences are. As far as the adjustments for this infotainment dial, again, we can press this button right up top. You can see our compass, select contents, so we can look at drive info, accumulated info, attention level, tire pressure, engine temperature, and right back to where we started. Press the button one more time. You can see our advanced safety features at all times with our compass and turn by turn if we have the GPS hooked up. My personal favorite to look at all times would probably just be this advanced safety features screen. Full stitching for the upper portion of the dashboard. Center is also a soft leather stitched trim. The bottom portion, as we mentioned in the beginning, is also an extremely soft touch material. Fuse box, you don't want to open that. Hood latch release, trunk release, electronic parking brake, interior lighting, auto start stop, which we can disable for this review, traction control, which you can turn on and off. The stocks are very satisfying clicking. As we mentioned, we have the blind spot sensors, whether we turn the turn signal to the right or to the left. Fantastic feature. Huge fan of that from the Hyundai Kia Genesis lineup. Auto headlamps, auto high beams, auto rain sensing wipers to be expected with a vehicle in this price range. But all in all, this is a very luxurious vehicle, 14.5-inch screen. It's a touchscreen too. It's a little bit far away, so I personally prefer using this little dial here. We get map, navigation menu, radio, media, HD radio, phone, connected services, projection, voice memo, setup, valet mode, seats, passenger talk, climate, and notifications. As far as seats, let's see what's available for the seats. We have the 4 aft position, seat back, recline, cushion height, and cushion tilt, all adjustable through your infotainment. You can go back by pressing this back button if you don't want to reach all the way forward for your touchscreen. And the map, we can take a quick look at the map. Typical Hyundai Genesis map, very responsive with this dial, very high resolution screen. This is probably my personal favorite to look at all times. Beneath, dual zone auto climate control, heated and ventilated seats. Very nice feature, heated steering wheel, and I'm loving the layout, how we have actual hard buttons all surrounding. We don't have hard buttons for the heated and cooled seats or the heated steering wheel or vent controls, but the automatic climate dials are a hard dial, which is appreciated by me. This little area has a wireless charging pad, 2 USB ports. I don't see any USB-C ports, unfortunately, but we get 2 USBs. You can close this thing up, and it exposes some more wood trim and real genuine grained wood, very high quality feeling materials, soft stitch material for where your knee will often hit. The gear selector is like a nice crystal. We got reverse, neutral, drive, and as far as reverse, put your foot on the brake, throw it in reverse. We have a super high resolution backup camera with guidance lines and trajectory. We get guidance lines for the 360 as well. Huge thumbs up to Hyundai, and check this out, watch this. We have a 360 view of our GV70. You can press one more time. And number one, you have to actually press the screen and you can rotate all around it. That is so cool. Really cool feature, guys, for the 2023 GV80. Throw it right back into park by pressing the park button. Nice, and it returns us right back to our home screen. If I didn't mention, we also get aluminum paddle shifters for the manual shift controls. You can access your parking camera at all times by pressing this button, and you can close, I'm not sure why it says that, but anyway, you press the parking button and you get access to your 360 and the backup camera. You press this view button, see any of the different camera views. You have a little trailer hitch view and a side blind zone, so you don't scratch up your rims if you're getting close to any curbs. You press that park button one more time, it returns us to our home screen. Parking sensors you can disable for one reason or another, hill descent control, and our four-wheel drive center differential lock, which is appreciated for some off-road or snowy conditions. Drive mode select, we can see our drive modes. Of course, we mentioned we have custom, sport, comfort, eco, and snow. We'll start off in sport, transition into comfort, and see what the differences are. Stitching for the center console area, super soft and gushy. You can open it up by pressing that button. It opens in two different directions. You can probably fit a small iPhone in this cubby, and very deep console. We got a water bottle sitting in there. I'd expect you to fit 2 or 3 2-liter bottles of soda, and everything's lined with felt. Glove box, we can pull this aluminum latch. It is soft touch outside, lined with felt and large. You're fitting 25 license plates in there, no problem. Easily fit a pair of shoes, maybe even a second. The air vents continue all throughout. Kind of reminds me of the new Civic, which I guess is not fair for this GV70. This is a much nicer vehicle than a Civic. Frameless rear view mirror, 3 garage home link settings on it. We got this little chrome outlined sunglass holder. You can open it up, typical sunglass holder, but it's actually lined with felt. LED lights for the interior lights. You can open up this panoramic moonroof, which is a 2-piece. Look at that, 2-piece panoramic moonroof. Very cool. Only this piece, of course, opens, but we'll see how far it opens up. Does so decently quickly. Wow, it goes pretty far out. Doesn't go any farther than that, but it goes just about out to the end of the front row. We can poke our way out of here. Pretty beautiful day today in Sarasota, Florida. It is sunny and 93 degrees according to this GV80, but we can shut this roof right up, leave the shade open, so when we hop out back, you can get a good sense of how much light is brought into the cabin. But that's about it. You can get a quick look at the window stickers, see any features that I might have missed on the 2023 GV80 all-wheel drive 3.5T Advanced. So again, the complimentary maintenance is fantastic. 3-year, 36,000 miles of free maintenance. The standard features, you can pause, take a look at all of these on a $62,000 Genesis GV80 3.5T. For an additional $6,200, you get the advanced package. You can see everything that comes with it. This Vic black metallic paint color is a little bit less than $600. We have about $200 in total accessories. Wheel locks, bumper applique in the first aid kit. After a $1,100 destination charge, total price sitting a tick under $71,000. Good fuel economy, 18 city, 23 highway, 20 MPGs combined. We can put this window sticker right back. We'll throw it on the floor so it doesn't really get in the way for the rest of this review. That's about it though for the front seat. Let's hop out back real quick, see how much space is offered back there, as well as the overall quality of the material. So up top, we get the full leather trim, sunshade too. We can try to take this thing down. It's a little bit tricky because it's not a power fold. Hard plastics around the sunshade to be expected. The front windows are dual pane. The rear windows are not dual pane. Again, wouldn't be expected with a vehicle in this segment. We get the real genuine wood trim, aluminum door handle, 3 Lexicon speakers on your door panel, super soft for the armrest. We get the stitching for the center portion, and the bottom portion is still a soft touch. You'll fit a 6-inch sub, no problem. If you angle it correctly, you might be able to fit a foot long and a 16-ounce water bottle. Genesis badging as we step inside. The seats are perforated leather, white contrast stitching. They are adjustable and reclinable. I'm a little bit over 6 feet tall, sitting behind my seat settings, and I still have plenty of space as far as the adjustments. You can recline them. It's just we're currently in the farthest back position. I still have about 3, maybe 4 inches of overall knee room. We get map pockets behind both of the front seats. Full 3rd zone climate control, aluminum surrounding the air vents. We get 2 USB ports and an AC adapter. That's nice. Heated rear seats. And as we mentioned, these are reclinable. As far as headroom, when we're not reclined, I have about 4 or 5 inches of legroom. Reclining it, wow, that is absurd. So now it's a very comfortable overall experience in the GV80. We can put the seat right back to a 90-degree angle. For the purpose of the rest of this review, no reason to really mess around with it. You can adjust the passenger seat. So if you're behind them, you can fix it up if you're uncomfortable. It's nice that Genesis didn't add this for the driver's seat, because you already know if you have kids, they're going to be messing with you the whole time while you're driving, but they did add it For the passenger, plenty of light brought into the cabin thanks to these dual roofs. The second roof goes all the way out to the end of the second row. It's just, it doesn't open, but the front one does open basically all the way. But that's about it though for the back seat of the 2023 GV80 Advanced Plus all-wheel drive. Let's check out the trunk real quick and then take it out for a drive. So check this out. So don't open up the trunk. This is a smart tailgate, so you can just slide your foot if the key's in your pocket, but the key is currently not in my pocket. So we press this button. I'm liking those LED taillights, and the tailgate opens right up. Pretty low entrance height too, so I'm a little bit over 6 feet tall and my knee is like an inch or two below the step-in. So if you have older or smaller pets, they won't necessarily have the toughest time hopping back here. You don't get the third row. The GV80 is available with the third row, but we just don't have it here for 2023. Some secret storage. You have a tonneau cover and our spare tire kit, fix a flat kit, and jack. Pretty spacious though. I'm liking the cargo net, so you can throw a grocery bag in there, not have to worry about them flying around. You can fold the second row seats with a button, subwoofer, additional speakers on both sides, and the seats fold down, I guess 60-40. The center seat folds down with the left side, and if you fold the rear seats down, I expect you to fit up to a 75-80 inch TV. Very impressive space. The roof slopes out quite a bit, so the opening isn't the tallest, but for a TV, you don't really need it to be. So more than enough overall space. You can shut this thing up simply by pressing this button. We'll take a step back, and as soon as the tailgate closes, we'll take one more quick little walk around of the 2023 GV80 Advanced Plus. It is a nice vehicle, and with this 3.5 liter twin turbo V6, it makes a lot of power, like 0 to 60 under 5 seconds. Definitely no joke. And speaking of that, let's take it out for a drive. All right, guys, now we're just about seeing everything we need to see with the inside and outside of the all-new 2023 Genesis GV80 Advanced Plus. Let's take it out for a drive. And one thing I noticed that I didn't mention before, the heads-up display. It's very large. You get a much better resolution and size of a display compared to a lot of this vehicle's competition. Very comparable to the new BMW or like the Kia EV6 digital display. I think that's exactly where this thing is taken out from. Right here, speed bump. Very soft ride quality, and we're in sport. And in sport, the gas pedal doesn't feel too overly sensitive. Take a step out to this road, lean into the gas pedal a little bit, and see what we got. Looks like we got some space. Not a lot of space to lean into it, but on the gas real quick, a little bit of turbo lag. Didn't have enough space to really lean into it. All right, guys, we have a chance to step out onto this multiple lane road, and it is just so quiet in here. You hear just about nothing. We'll have a chance to lean into it on the gas. Boost. Oh, wow. Yeah, the power kicks in strong. For some reason, the transmission decided to keep us in like fourth gear during that acceleration, and I can't answer why that was, but it felt strong once the boost kicked in. Second gear. Yeah. Wow. The top end, this turbocharged 3.5 liter, it builds the power. I'm not going to compare it necessarily to the B58 BMW motor. The B58 BMW motor feels stronger than this, noticeably stronger than this. I mean, like the BMW X5, which weighs more, larger vehicle, can do 60 also in the 4.9 seconds with an advertised horsepower far below this. The B58 is a fantastic motor, but the way that this motor builds its power reminds me a lot of the B58, where it has good low end punch, but as the revs increase, you're continuing to build the power. And just barely in the gas, going to about 2,500. Great low end torque, and it's just so quiet in here. You have a car that's about to pass, won't even hear them. Barely even hear this engine. The ride quality is excellent, even in sport mode. We got a lot of cars in the road. We'll find a couple emptier roads, but in the meantime, should be a good opportunity to just test out this vehicle's comfort. So comfort mode. Steering gets a little bit lighter. The gas pedal gets less sensitive. The transmission shifts us into the higher gears. It's more open to shifting us into the higher gears. The suspension is controlled electronically. So when you're in comfort mode, the suspension feels softer too. But with those Strut Tower braces, the handling and composure should still be top notch. But all right, guys, one more time, we'll throw it into sport. Little rolling start. First gear, on the gas. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we don't have to push it a whole lot farther than that. Good Lord, this thing is quick. This engine makes noticeably more power than the 3.3 twin turbo, and the 3.3 twin turbo feels like it has a lot more lag. Third gear. Yeah, this feels less laggy. It doesn't feel quite as strong down low, which is interesting since it has about 15 pound-feet of torque more. but this is also a much heavier vehicle than, say, the G70 or the Stinger GT, any vehicle that uses the 3.3. This is a noticeably larger and heavier vehicle, but through the turns, it feels sharp, very sharp. One more time, second gear. This thing can move. This is a quick SUV. I could see 0 to 60 happening in 5 seconds, 4.9 seconds. This thing is quick and it's luxurious. I mean, considering the price tag, it's 71,000 bucks after destination. I'm not going to tell you that's cheap. It's certainly not cheap, but for a very spacious SUV with available 3-row seating, heated and ventilated seats, heated steering wheel, you have a very impressive Lexicon audio system, 14.5-inch touchscreen, dual panoramic moonroofs, and almost 400 horsepower and 400 pound-feet of torque. You get a lot with this SUV. Standard all-wheel drive. I'm impressed. That heads-up display is large. I'm looking forward to stepping on the gas pedal a couple more times, and I'll catch right back with you. All right, guys, taking a step out here. We can lean into it one more time on the gas. Oh, yeah. Guys, this thing can move. I've said it probably 50 times, but seriously, I was not expecting this motor to pull the way that it did. We got the chance to review the 2.5-liter turbo on this channel for the 2022 GV80, and that motor's powerful. I mean, 300 horsepower, 311 pound-feet of torque isn't bad, and I believe Car and Driver tested that SUV to 60 in 6 seconds. But after driving it, I was feeling that the 0 to 60 would have been closer to like 7 seconds. It did not feel like a quick SUV at all, but this one looks like we have some space and to try out an acceleration off the line one time in the middle of a multiple lane road. Maybe a little bit reckless, but anyway, one time, brake torque a little bit, and let's go. Oh my gosh. Hell yeah. This thing is quick. But overall, if you're looking for a super luxurious, good performing SUV, I would 100% recommend checking out the GV80 with the 3.5-liter twin turbo. I wouldn't recommend going with the 2.5-liter turbo, because at the end of the day, it's still 56,000 bucks for a base price. Go with the 3.5-liter turbo, twin turbo. It's 62,000 and change. It's worth the extra money. The Advanced Plus package, now at that point, I may not necessarily say that it's worth it. The heads-up display is not a make it or break it type of feature. The leather seats, although they're very comfortable, they're not a must-have. The standard seats are still extremely impressive. The 14.5-inch touchscreen is standard. The gauge display is standard. And this motor with the 3.5-liter twin turbo option is, of course, also standard. I recommend going with the standard $63,000 GV80. If you want to go with the advanced for the extra 6,000 and change, I'm not going to stop you. I'm just saying it's not necessarily necessary. But overall, this is an impressive SUV, whether we're talking performance, whether we're talking luxury. But one more time before we wrap things up, we'll try out these paddle shifters on the gas. They respond quickly, downshift. Very quick response. Third gear. Great torque. Second gear. And it continues to pull up top. Like, guys, this is an impressive luxury performance SUV. I've said it 100 times. If you're looking for a luxury performance SUV, I would definitely recommend checking out the 2023 Genesis GV80. And a huge thanks to Mark and the rest of the management and staff here at Gettle, Hyundai, and Genesis here in Sarasota, Florida, for making this review possible. I'll leave a link to their inventory below, and if you're looking for a new car or SUV, premium car SUV in the Sarasota area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out. And that's for Mark Bedell. And huge thanks to all you guys for watching. I had a great time making this video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. You guys know I have endless gratitude for all subscribers. The channel is just not possible without you guys, and I really appreciate the constant support. But again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Leave a like too. It really helps me out, the YouTube algorithm. That's how these videos get promoted to new people. Leave a comment. Let me know if there's any specific cars or trucks or SUVs you want to see reviewed in this channel. Let me know what the trim levels are, and I'll definitely try to get those videos for you as soon as possible. Other than that, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope all of you have a great day.